quarterback coach. Well, take me through that overtime.
No, it didn't do all right.
Mr. Johnson, the touchdown.
I left
You're
with
getting to the
13
guy.
minutes left.
Would you kind of see that?
Yeah, the offense did a really nice job scoring quickly and doing what we needed to do, getting the 7 points on the board. And the defense had been playing well the entire game. We let up a little bit late in the fourth, which was unfortunate. But I had no doubt in my mind we were going to get the stop. And so did those guys. They're a group that believes. They know what we stand for here at Missouri State. And it starts and ends with fast, physical, aggressive. And being able to get that interception in the game, nothing better than that.
Yeah, you guys did a pretty good job all year. Save the season opener, but I think the one thing you guys didn't have as much of was forced turnovers.
Yeah.
Tonight you got 4.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
We were all around the football. We talked about that because, they have a good group of wide receivers. They have a good quarterback that's a competitive player, knows where to go with the ball. Hats off to our defensive staff, first and foremost. They did a great job putting a good plan together. Our players executed, and I'm telling you, that's a tough group.
When the refs kind of had to meet up there when you didn't know if you won or did they get another shot at it, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I didn't really understand exactly what was going on. Tip ball, there is no pass interference. They made the right call. We were able to get the win. And, you talk about coming all the way out here being a road warrior and flying 2.5 hours. We'll be back home tomorrow at 6 a.m. That is absolute a compliment to what we're doing as an organization, what those guys in the locker room are all about.
Back-to-back Conference USA road wins, first year. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. People don't really believe me, and that's okay. We got a great thing going here in Missouri State. We got players that believe in what we're doing. They believe in our processes. We got a coaching staff that loves our players, that gives them truth. Tells them when they're wrong and loves them when they're doing great things. And if you want to be successful and you want to win at a high level, come right here to Missouri State.
Offensively, it was kind of its own thing. When did you kind of know Jacob was going to be the guy you were going to start?
Yeah, we had a meeting this morning. I think he's earned the right to have a voice in our decisions. We met man-to-man, and the look in his eye was that he was playing and that he was ready. I trusted him with that, and there was nothing going to keep him off the field. Jacob's an absolute warrior, and the guys feed off of him. And everything he does, he's a true professional. Can't say enough good things about him.
Yeah, but you guys have kind of been in a situation where you're kind of blessed, where you found a guy who could be a guy in his absence. Did that kind of play? You kind of thinking to yourself, maybe wait a week, maybe wait 2 weeks. Deuce can hold it. Were you kind of like, we trust you? I guess you think you're ready to go? Is that kind of mentality?
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head when you said blessed. God is good, man. He takes care of everything we need. We got a good group that recruits well. We recruited a high level, not being able to show them any facilities, not being able to even bring them into our locker room. And we still have elite players right here at Missouri State. That's unbelievable what we're being able to do with what we have. We're the kings that do more with less. And again, I wasn't going to keep Jacob Clark off the field. He's one of the reasons that we're right here in this position, and he's one of the reasons why, again, the team is the makeup of who we are.
Were you worried at all that New Mexico State was like, okay, if they play Jacob, he's probably not going to be able to do some of the things that maybe he's done in the past? Was that something you were just willing to accept?
Yeah, I would say their plan changed. I'm not sure exactly to what extent, but I'm sure they had dual plans, one for Jacob, one for Deuce. And again, once it came out about midday that Jacob was playing, I'm sure they got their heads together and kind of put together their plan. And again, it didn't matter. We were able to run the ball efficiently. We were able to get the big plays we needed, and big night for the Bears.
Yeah, you come out score on the first drive. It looked like Jacob, one of the best drives I've seen Jacob have, just my own eyeballs.
Yeah.
Did the same thing start the second half, so I kind of got you guys going. But there was kind of a lull there, offensive lull. Was that kind of a product of? What would you think?
No, you can be honest. It was penalties. I mean, we get those, 3 back-to-back penalties, and we're all of a sudden at 3rd and 19 or something like that. You're not in an advantage situation there. We have to learn when we get guys down, put your foot right on their throat and bury the game. You do that with clean, good, disciplined football.
Yeah, you had an opportunity there to take a 3-possession lead, and then they come back and make it interesting. How did you guys see that all come together like that? Are you able to kind of get yourself out of it?
Yeah, I would have loved to go up 3 scores. Obviously, that was unfortunate, but again, when you preach out-hit, out-hustle, and you preach the things that we preach in that locker room, and you talk about having a galvanized group and a group of men that believe in each other and believe in exactly what we're trying to do here, I didn't have any doubt.
You think it's talent tonight? You can look back at how active the D-line was, and there was that series where you had the sack with a 13-yard loss, and you come back and you block the field goal.
Yeah.
And then you can look back at the scoreboard, and that could have an impact.
Yeah, again, you keep talking about godly moments. It's his birthday. and I've kind of been waiting on him to have his coming out party, and I think he had it tonight. And I think it'll be really good for his future, just being able to feel that kind of success and feel the type of ball player we've always known he could be.
And then Jacob comes in, and I think it's one thing to have the go-ahead touchdown in overtime, but to do it where it's ties the school record. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's special. Again, the fact that we were able to retain Jacob Clark and that he believed in our staff enough to get him where he wanted to go, which is obviously the NFL level, and put up the numbers he wanted to put up, it shows who he is as a person. It shows what we have going on here as an organization, and I love him like a son.
Was there ever a time, or is there time in the future where you might want the quarterback to get yards with his feet to kind of make the defense honest? So would you employ Deuce? Were you thinking about using Deuce at all tonight if you had to?
Well, I think if it came to that, we would. I think Jacob did a nice job on that one scramble, finding the open receiver. He knew that he was a little limited tonight, and that's okay. We got another week to recover. I think he'll be top end speed come FIU week.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of just mentally you're over 500. It's kind of different when you go back home 4 instead of
yeah, it feels
4
good
the other
doesn't it?
way. So how big is that kind of going back? You haven't played at Plaster, and it seems like probably a year.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back home. This is a plea to the fans to come out to the game, show your support. These guys have earned it, man. Again, they do so much with so little, and they are giving their heart and soul to the community, to the university, all those different types of things. Love them back.